Could the very cookware you're using to make dinner for your family be harming their and yours health? Let's get to the truth about non-stick pans, Teflon, iron, stainless steel, aluminum, ceramic, whatever else you're using. And let's see what it means for you and what action you should take today. So first, what is Teflon anyway? It's a synthetic chemical known as, ready? Polytetrafluoroethylene. And you might know it as PTFE for short. It's what gives your pans that non-stick magic, making cooking and the cleanup, important to me, a breeze. But this convenience actually comes with many concerns. Like so many things that are convenient for us, doesn't mean they're good for us. And yes, I'm guilty too of having a Teflon pan in my kitchen. And I'll tell you exactly today what I did with mine and what my thoughts are on it, how I cook with it, if at all. But up until 2013, Teflon was made using a chemical called PFOA. Ready for this one? Perfluorooctanoic acid. PFOA is the other way you'll see it written. And that was linked to very serious health risks. Even thyroid disease, kidney issues, and cancer, of course, is their big one. One piece of good news from this video is that Teflon's been PFOA free since 2013. So that's an important date for you to know about for your pans. But here's where it gets really, really interesting. Before 2013, when they were still using it in their pans, most of the PFOA in the pans burned off during manufacturing, leaving only trace amounts left. Studies showed that your exposure from using those pans, even then, was minimal. Here's where the story takes a twist and gets mind-blowing. You see, the concern about PFOA wasn't just smoke and mirrors. The thing is, it was found in the bloodstreams of 98% of Americans, 98%, in the early 2000s. So somehow it was getting in there, even though there were only trace amounts. And it was thought that even those small amounts maybe caused issues. Now, why was it in the blood? A chemical in your blood from eating food, not good. Even if you purchased the expensive organic food, you cooked it in these pans, it was maybe all for naught. Fast forward to today, and even though PFOA is out of the picture now, there's still another group of chemicals to talk about. PFAS, this broad class of fluorinated chemicals that are found in the nonstick coatings. Research is definitely ongoing, but here's what we know as of now. I always bring you the latest, and by the way, if you like these, subscribe and click the like button. I'll bring more. PFAs are known as forever chemicals because they don't break down easily and they accumulate in the environment. While their full impact on health is still being studied, regulatory bodies like the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, well, they flag them as potential concerns. It's a stark reminder that while today's nonstick cookware is safer than it used to be, it's not without questions. Here's what you need to know and practice to stay safe today. Now, if you, like most people, you might crank up the heat when you're in a rush. There's the bad news. Overheating nonstick pans can cause them to release toxic fumes. You see, when Teflon hits temperatures above 500 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 260 degrees centigrade, depending where you live in the world, you're using Fahrenheit or centigrade. Mostly people use Fahrenheit. At those temperatures, 500 and 260, Teflon starts to break down. And that's when things get a bit toxic. You might even experience something called Teflon flu. You'll hear that as a keyword. That's a temporary condition with symptoms like chills and fevers. Now, it sounds scary, but it's a rare event. And it's only under this extreme heat. So you don't want to heat them high. You don't want to sear things if you're using Teflon. That's what I do. I sear in iron or stainless steel. So to keep your family safe while still using your non-stick pans for some of your cooking, just avoid high heat. Stick to medium or low on your stovetop. It's safer and better for your pans for sure. Next is to ventilate your kitchen. Open windows or use an exhaust fan when you're cooking. Don't preheat an empty pan as well. Empty pans can heat up very quickly because there's nothing in them to cool down, and they exceed those safe temperatures. You also want to, and I think this is absolutely key, replace damaged pans. If your Teflon pan is scratched, peeling, or chipped, it's time to throw it out. People hate throwing their pans out. But if you see it peeling off, get rid of it. Think of your nonstick pan like a car. You wouldn't drive on a tire that's cracked and worn down. The same goes for your pan. When it's damaged, it's not working the way it should, throw it. For those of you wanting alternative to any of these chemicals at all, this is what I do. Choose an alternative to Teflon. You can do some of, especially your high temperature cooking, in these. One of my favorites is cast iron. You can season them too to become naturally nonstick, and it lasts forever. They don't wear out. Stainless steel, I have one of those. They're durable, and especially at higher temperatures, you don't have to worry. Ceramic cookware is another option that's gaining popularity, though it is more delicate. You now want to watch this video on collagen powder, how you can use it to strengthen your hair, skin, and nails. So yes, you don't have to ditch your Teflon, but you may want to consider what we talked about today to keep your skin and body beautiful, healthy, and vibrant.